Hey, you ever walk into a place so grand it feels like it's judging you? That was me, Lena Carter, stepping into the Stonehaven estate, a mansion so fancy it could make a king feel underdressed. I was just a housekeeper, invisible, scrubbing floors for the Warrens, a family drowning in money and secrets. But one day, I saw something I couldn't unsee. Old Mr. Henry Warren, frail as a leaf, trembling in his armchair, his daughter-in-law, Victoria, hovering over him, her voice sharp. "Sign it, Henry, or you'll regret it." My stomach dropped. Nobody was supposed to see that, especially not me. I'd been with the Warrens for 3 years, keeping my head down, polishing their marble world. Henry was kind, always a soft, "Thank you, Lena," when I brought his tea. But Victoria? She ran the house like a queen with a guillotine, her smile as cold as the Chardonnay she sipped. That day, I caught her forcing Henry to sign papers, her hand gripping his wrist, his eyes wide with fear. I froze, heart pounding, knowing I'd just stepped into a minefield. "What are you staring at?" she snapped, her eyes slicing through me. "Just checking if Mr. Henry needs water," I stammered, backing away. But her glare said it all. "Keep quiet, or you're done." I could have walked away, kept my job, my peace. But Henry's shaky voice that night, whispering, "Lena, she's taking everything," stuck with me. I couldn't shake the image of his trembling hands, the way he looked at me like I was his last hope. So, I started watching, really watching. Late nights, I slipped into the security room, heart racing, scrolling through footage. There it was, Victoria, pouring pills into Henry's wine, locking his door, yelling until he broke. I copied it all to a flash drive, my hands shaking so bad I could barely hold it. This wasn't just about me, Anna Marie, it was about saving a man everyone else forgot. The next morning, I showed the footage to James, Henry's son. He stormed in, all tailored suits and fury, thinking I was the problem. "You're messing with my father, Lena? You think you're family now?" he barked, his face inches from mine. I held my ground, voice low. "Watch the tapes, James. Then tell me who's the threat." He scoffed, but took the drive. Hours later, he came back, pale, eyes hollow. "I didn't know," he muttered, like the world had shifted under him. Victoria walked in, all silk and fake tears. "James, she's lying, trying to tear us apart." But I was done playing small. "Ask your father," I said, pointing to Henry, who nodded weakly. "She's hurting me, son." That was the spark. James called the cops, and Victoria's empire started to crack. She screamed as they cuffed her. "You'll pay for this, Lena. You nobody." But I just stood there, watching her perfect mask shatter. The footage went public, and the town hell, the whole county lost it. Stonehaven wasn't just a house anymore. It was a battlefield. James offered me a new job, not cleaning floors, but overseeing Henry's care, full control, triple the pay. "You saw him when I didn't," he said, almost ashamed. I took it not for the money, but for Henry, who deserved to feel safe in his own home. But it wasn't over. I found a journal in the library, tucked behind dusty books, written by James's late mom, Eleanor. Victoria's after the vineyard. It read, "She'll rewrite our history." I dug deeper, found a deed hidden under the greenhouse floor, proving the land was Eleanor's, not Victoria's. When I showed James, his jaw clenched. "She almost stole my mother's legacy," he said, voice breaking. We took it to court, and the truth hit like a storm. Victoria's schemes, her forged signatures, her allies in high places, all exposed. The vineyard was saved, and so was Henry's dignity. Now, Stonehaven's different. The staff laugh again, doors stay open, and Henry's got his spark back, telling old stories over tea. I'm not just Lena the housekeeper anymore, I'm Lena, the one who stood up. But here's the thing. Some folks still whisper, saying I stirred up too much trouble, that I should have stayed quiet. Was I right to risk it all? Or did I tear down a house that could have stayed standing? I don't know. But when I see Henry smile, I think maybe truth's worth the fight. What do you think? Drop a comment, tell me if you'd speak up or stay silent. And if you're nearby, maybe we're watching this together. Let me know where you're at.